Right, on to my favourite deck of the format at the moment, or one of my favourites anyway. There's a couple of Jeskai decks that are pretty good. We have Jeskai Lurrus, we've played this before. We have 3 different threats. We've got Pteramander, we've got Dorat, and we've got 10th District Legionnaire. The idea is to get a threat down and then just kind of being able to use this as kind of like a heroic style deck. For those that have played in previous formats. Stop doing that. For those that have played in previous formats, heroic was a mechanic where if you target something, it gets +1/+1. Dorat and 10th District Legionnaire are similar to that. 10th District Legionnaire does have heroic for all intents and purposes. Dorat just whenever you cast a spell, and Pteramander when they're in the graveyard you get to adapt it. So got some good threats here. This deck's been a lot of fun and been really competitive, so hopefully we can do reasonably well with it today, seeing as we've won very little with that last one. Right, Jeskai Lurrus. We should actually check the daily deals. Right guys, today's daily deal. It's important. Daily deals are awesome. Let's see what we've got today. Yesterday it was just free money. So we've got today, we've got all the temples that I'm not in for paying 2,500 coins for that, or 500 gems. Might be for some people, but not for me. This hand's fine, it's a little slow, but we've got a turn 3 Dorat with a protection, so hopefully this opt on turn 2 can find us a 3rd land so we can protect the Dorat. It would be nice to find an indestructible spell as well. Yikes. Overgrown Tomb, Arboreal Grazer, Godless Shrine. Okay, that's not something that's on my radar at the moment, so especially without a companion. Definitely just supposed to do this and try and start getting the creatures out of play. As much as they could have a kill spell here, like we do have a backup threat now, so as long as we've got a backup threat, I feel like I'm okay doing that. I want to try and get the stuff off the board, like it gives them less stuff to be able to use with a Fiend Artisan. Grazer's kind of a free one just to go and sack to that ability. Come on, opponent. Do. Come on, opponent. You can do it, opponent. I believe in you. Don't do something I can't beat, and don't kill my Dorat. Please and thank you. Well, they're about to time out, so... Okay, now they're in combat and they get to time out again. For 4? What's 4 getting? Sure. So the dead next turn with the pump spells that we've got, so they need to do something here. Pumps and Trixes. Nightpack Ambusher is a cool one to get with your Fiend Artisan there. Because if you don't cast a spell, you just get to make a token immediately. Come on, opponent. I understand you've got a complicated card, but... The food's annoying there, because that just means that they get to eat it and not die. I think I'm just supposed to give this protection rather than using the fight as one. I don't think I don't want the door out here. I've already got enough threats going on. Give it pro green. Do it into land. Just more pump, more protection spells would be good. I didn't actually check. That would have been 3. No, I didn't have enough mana to do that. Okay. So they go to 10 here. They don't have something good to sacrifice to the Fiend Artisan here, so they'll have to cast a spell, which then means they don't get a token. So this costs 4 at the moment, so it would cost 3, it would cost 2. So if I cast this on their end of turn, I can make sure that this can adapt. Quite nice that we get to make, with Fight as One, we get to make 10th District Legionnaire and Terramander or Dorat indestructible. Because you can choose both of these, so we can actually make both of these because we've got humans and non-humans. Okay, what are you doing in my upkeep? These are indestructible, and they're bigger. Okay, good. Right, we're gonna check the clock once we go back into that game because that was all kinds of hell how slow that was. Right, I think I want the shock so I can try and interact with their stuff, and I think I just want to cut the Defiant Strikes on the draw. Keep these on the plate, cut them on the draw. Not casting spells. Didn't see any white as much as they have white mana. Roll with that. Oh, come on, opponent. This hand's kind of awkward just because we don't have any protection spells, but because we've got 3 threats, I think I'm supposed to keep it. So yeah, it took me 2.5 minutes and it took them 6.5 minutes for that game. I'm actually going to go and grab a drink. Opponent's going to take ages on turn 2 anyway, so I'll be back in a second. Oh wow, opponent did nothing. And did it quickly. There was a first for everything. It's a real shame we haven't found any kind of interaction for our creatures, but never mind. That's awkward because Heartless Act doesn't do a whole lot against that a lot of the time. Wow, tank, 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 tank. Oh, I'm gonna kill my creature. I hate magic. Alright, we've had a creature heavy draw here, so... Man, opponents come to hate on me today. With your wicked wolves and all sorts. Well, I mean that's a pretty good rip. And you're letting me draw a card. Unfortunate again, we haven't found any protection, but seems to be screwing, so... Got another removal spell for this, got Mythos for this, sure. Get to cast Lurrus and cast... Yes, Dorat. Opponent has a whole heap of removal. Shock's a good pickup. Okay, now I've found the protection, I'm definitely just playing the lands out. We are in no hurry at all now. Well, I guess the Raking Clause is lethal next turn, but you know. Okay. Being super threat dense there was good for us. No, I don't think it'd always be good for us, but I think there that ended up working out perfectly, so. We have a boosty. Back a boosty. We only get gems now, it's real sad. Okie dokie. Hope everyone's having a wonderful weekend wherever you are at in the world. I'm going to be live for probably another 45 minutes to an hour with this deck. See how we get on with it. Lots of fun. Games are usually quite quick. Just think our opponent took, what, 5 minutes longer than we did in game 1, and the game 1 lasted 10 minutes, so yeah, like, it's not going to take long to be able to win too many games with us, or at least complete the games, which is good. Okay, opponent. Difficult decision if you go in first or second. Real difficult. We do have a protection spell, but I think this is fine. Again, some kind of cycling deck. I guess the Zerda means that they're more likely to have the big cycling spells, so like the Shark Typhoon, which is actually quite good for this deck, because we don't really care about that too much. Because our threats fly and they can't really interact with our stuff. Well, that's a pretty good draw. Get to pump this one up and at least gain some life. Take a little bit of damage through these, but I think that's okay. wait till combat to be able to do that. Definitely needed to wait to combat to be able to do that. People just don't appreciate the amount of ways you can actually speed things up, I don't think. I'm actually going to block this turn. Go to 4 here. Having a rescuer is pretty awkward. Let's just move on, like we're so far behind. Okay, then the Lair. Oh, come on. Yeah, we want those bits of interaction. The ops are bad. That was just kind of an unfortunate draw that we didn't really have a particularly aggressive start against what they had, which was... Oh, come on. Arena is so slow for, like, the actual playing games is so slow for what should be quite fast. Like, Magic Online always felt like you were playing lots of games really quickly, and this just never does. Oh, come on. Alright, we're on the play. Really unfortunate hand there. This hand's much better. Get to kill their first 2 threats as well, which is good. Untap land is great, because it means we get to play 10th District Legionnaire. This game, I think, is over already. Staggering Insight plus hold up God's Willing next turn. Okay, sure. Alrighty. Opts on the draw over Defiant Strikes. Again, we've got the shocks. I think we're supposed to keep. Just want these things to die immediately. Ooh, no threat. No threat's great. Still no threat. Please don't draw anything. You can kill my creature as much as you like, just don't draw anything. Keep not drawing anything. Beautiful. So really want to find our copy of the lifelink spell so we can start gaining life. Make sure that we don't just oops I die to Zenith Flare. Obviously they've cycled a whole heap already. We're at 16. Zerda, sure. Lurrus has got lifelink, so we can at least. I was going to say that gives me an opportunity to gain some life. Let's do that. This thing's gonna have indestructible, please. 11. Please stop trying to kill me. So that would be for 9. No, 8. That's good. Would be for 10. this is for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 points. I really want to gain the extra life, so pop that down there. I'll hold it. So that's 12, so they need... I don't think they can kill me. Don't think they can do it. That would be 13. 13 by my count. Would be 14, 15. Flare would be... Yeah, I don't think they've got it. Got a Claudio on then, that's just about as bad, because I've super overextended into that, but... Dragonfire the Lotus, okay, sure. Flare me for 13. So this is for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think this is lethal. I haven't done the math. I don't intend to do the math. Doesn't really matter. Oh, I don't have enough mana for that. Oh, because I didn't play this stupid land last turn. They're going to kill me with a flare. They're going to kill me with a bloomin' flare. I should have had them dead if I played this land out. Yep. Why was that a slow roll on the Zenith Flare? Like, come on. That's really frustrating because that's purely down to my editor there. Okay, let's go again. Wasn't really a reason to hold that land. I wanted to potentially cycle it into a spell, but if I'd actually checked the math on that, the fact that it said 3, I thought it was reducing it to a different number than it was. This is awkward, but I think I'm supposed to keep it because we've got essentially 4 draw steps at finding a threat. Like that. Don't think I'm supposed to play at the Pteramander yet. Some kind of red-green aggro deck, is that what they're doing? Stomp my thing. How about we didn't do that and your stomp didn't resolve? How about we keep the protection spell on, or the broken card on top? Am I supposed to cycle this? Another protection spell. Yeah, I thought this was the amount it was actually going to cost last time, and not the number of cards it was reducing by, which was my mistake. It's worth noting that God's Willing does not stop my creatures dying in combat while Questing Beast is in play, because Questing Beast is dumb, but Indestructible will. Because magic is really intuitive. I don't know what that represents. Give my thing indestructible. Stomp that one. Again, I don't really want to lose that one, to be honest, so let's make this pro-red. Gaining the 7 there, I think is right. Just gets us out of range of most things. Yeah. Right, I don't think we got too much for this matchup either. No. Shock's not even good here because their creatures aren't the right size for that. They're much bigger, so there's no point bringing that in. I don't think I can keep this one knowing the matchup now without a threat. This one's much better. I think I'm actually supposed to throw away the land because I actually want more lands that can cast protection spells. Like that one. Pro-white. Sure. Are we getting hasty? We are getting hasty. I'll go to 10. Cindervines A. That's rude. I'll just take one, right? Yeah. Killing my insight. I feel like you should be killing my insight. They're dead, right? Didn't need to shock there. Now they need to kill the staggering inside. We get to Defiant Strike and Raking Claws. Sweet. Okay, we should be 3-0. We are 2-1. Let's go for another few here. Oh, lots of stuff. Let's open some gems. Just 20. That should mean we've actually got wild card. Those. Look at that. Building up towards the next set. Knowing they're on a Bosch, if they're mono black, this is a keep. If they're red black, I don't think this is a keep. If they're red black, they have access to claim the firstborn and Mayhem Devil, which Dora here is not particularly good at without like getting to untap with it. And we're on the draw, so I think we're supposed to mull it. Need a threat. I'm actually going to bin the steam vents because I really don't care about having the steam vents there. I just want more white lands. We are definitely just casting up to try and find a white land. Main deck Duress is interesting. Not sure why that's not Drill Bit. A lot of matchups where that's not going to do a massive amount, whereas Drill Bit will at least do something. Right, hopefully scrying to another white land. Yeah, we're basically dead here, but... So we take 6 down to 4. Scry to a white land. That ain't gonna do it. Alright, we'll take the next one on the play. Shocks seem good here. And just cut the ops on the play. guess Stranded Magistrate should come in as well because it can at least stop them casting a Bosch, which is reasonable. Sure. Goodbye. Oh, what else do you want to take? Sure. I mean, now I just get to make a massive thing and whack you with it a heap. Now I got something that blocks your stuff. This isn't going to work out for your opponent. Okay, sure. Yeah, as we said, we should bring in the Drowned Magistrates. Also, because of Murderous Rider there, means they can't cast it when it's on an adventure. It's probably just cutting the Raking Claws. This hand's pretty good. I'm 100% leading on this just to try and get something into the Staggering Insight. Actually no, let's just block. They've got drill bits, then it means they can't drill bit me. Sure. That's kind of inconvenient. Kind of inconvenient. Could really do the land. Alrighty. See what they've got. If we get done tap, I feel like we're in the driver's seat. Banner for black, yep. Again, I think I'm just supposed to try and keep them off being able to drill bit me or activate these. Sure. Okay, sure. Like, we get to Terramander plus Staggering Insight and then hold up God's Will and Karametra's Blessing, so I think we're probably favourites from there, but certainly not straight concession, but man, look at all the XP we're earning. So good. This hand's serviceable. This will be the last game with this deck and last game for the stream. Could do with a protection spell, but beyond that, it's a pretty good hand. So what we've got 10 protection spells we can draw to here. Okay, so depending on the flavour of Yorion, they might not have any interaction for my creature until much later. So we're going to hope on that. And we're just going to jam this onto a Terramander and hope for the best. They Teferi me, but that's usually the only thing they have till a couple of turns' time. They have Teferi.
Right on schedule. There goes nothing.
McNaughton, thank you for the tier 1 subscription. Greatly appreciate, Mark. I hope you're well. Hope you're doing well during the pandemic.
That's more like it.
Guess we start by attacking here. They're likely just to have... Good to hear. Good to hear. I can't really find anything I like other than the Jeskai Lurrus deck, so just kind of keep trying different things. Hopefully find something good at some point. I'm about to get Lurrus here though, so, you know. Let's just jam out threats, and if they've got the Wrath, they've got the Wrath. You still working during the week as well? I'm still full time, not furloughed like some of the other people, so...
Here we go.
Okay, nothing. Okay, just the audio. Okay. That gives us half a shot here.
We will meet
There's a
again.
lot of tokens. Yeah, this deck seems... The Jeskai Lurrus deck seems like the best deck.
My responsibility.
I don't think it's particularly close. Don't think we have much in the way of game to this one, so... Oh, they have a Teferi. Oh, they have a Teferi. Oh, I hate Teferi. Why Teferi so strong? Go away, Teferi. Right, Dispute's in. Magistrate's in because it's reasonable against the... Stops them casting Yorion. We are on the play, so we can cut the opts. Raking Claws isn't amazing. Probably worth cutting a Blessing. Give a go with this. What's the worst? What's the worst that could happen? Yeah, probably just gonna go back to normal and back to the other deck. Ugh. Go back to playing Jeskai Lurrus next time. Oh, okay. That works for me because my mulligan was garbage. Sure. I mean, you take those. You definitely take those. Oh my word. to mull that. That is better. I think it's supposed to be an opt. Need to find the red source, but we've got a lot of looks at it with this temple and opt. Yeah, I'm on red source. Excuse me? You have green cards in your deck? Excuse me, opponent? Right, obviously we've drawn both our threats that need red mana, we don't have red mana. Gonna die. Only kidding, found the red mana. Right, Legionnaire. In you get. Yep. Oh, I should have brought in the destroy target enchantment. Don't want that. Would love another land. Doesn't really matter what protection I give it from. Actually, that land's fine. I would rather that than nothing. So we'll go with Dorat. Get our Scry on. Attack them with these, and then if they end up Yorioning, I've got the fight as one. I've got God's Willing if they Agent of Treachery me. Omen of the Hunt into Yorion is pretty gross. Again, it's not the end of the world for us. We've got the protection spell. Yorion flickers. Opponent. How about I gave both of my creatures indestructible? And they both got bigger. Oh yes. Are they dead? I feel like my opponent just died. Feel like they just died. That was the wrong one. Should have targeted 10th district, it's actually an extra point. Don't think it makes a difference. I think they're just dead anyway. Oh, they're not, because I've messed up. Oh no, that's actually cost me the game. If Auto Tapper had saved me there, I would have been fine as well. Oh no, even if I'd cast this, it was still lethal. Never mind, I'm just an idiot today. Yeah, because if I'd cast this here, it'd have been 3 points here and the 4th point with the Dorat, but never mind. Sure. Sure. Flicker all your things. Sure.
The focused and disciplined encounter no obstacle but thoughtfulness before action.
Calyx. Man, this opponent's gone deep with this. Okay, I think this means that we've now won the game, because they can only put one creature into play. So they can Luca this Yorion into an agent, we get to give my thing hexproof or protection.
Can all become stronger.
I actually don't want to give it protection from blue because the insight drops off, so let's just use this one. And that should be it. Punted that game about 17 million times, but never mind, we got there anyway. Oh, right, that's definitely the sign to stop playing for a bit. Yeah, let's just do a wrap on this, and that'll be us for today. Got plenty more coming this week. Again, I'll be doing one to two decks every morning, and then that'll be going up to YouTube. So, plenty to keep us all occupied with. Oh man, I've still got rares and War of the Spark to get. Cool. Right, okie doke. So, wherever this deck is, I need to actually clear that out because there's too many. This deck's awesome. It's absolutely great fun. I think with the way that the meta's kind of shifted, it might be worth having some Apostles in the board instead of some of these other cards. Not sure what the best way to change that would be, but I think this is definitely a card worth considering because it gives you some play in the mono black matchups. Just being able to have an unblockable creature just kind of subs out your kind of 10th District Legionnaire that just doesn't really do anything in that matchup because they just kind of make a lot of creatures, and it's incidental graveyard hate as well, which seems good. Might be better than the Dranith Magistrates. Maybe worth cutting some Light of Hopes. I don't know how much like the Team of Reclamation matchups or the Fires matchups are that troublesome for the Apostle, but yeah, the deck's absolutely great. Just being able to like play one of your threats, suit it up, and just play like a Boggles kind of thing. Or I guess not Boggles, but just kind of make my one thing big. Battle Cruiser Magic. Make one thing big, give it protection, give it indestructible. All been very good. And as you can see in that last game where I kind of missed lethal multiple different ways there's lots of different lines with this, and it's not always straightforward, which is awesome. It's great when you can get to do that kind of stuff in Magic. Okay, so thank you very much everyone for watching. For those on YouTube, don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, ring the bell. Stay tuned for more. As I say, there could be at least one video every day this week. And for the foreseeable future, while we're still doing this, planning on doing that every morning before I start working. So thanks very much everyone for hanging about, and I'll catch you next time.